The interviewer's face told me everything.
Third, and this is crucial,
You'll never believe what I heard back. He simply smiled, shrugged, and said,
Welcome to Dress Down Friday. Today, we're diving into the slightly absurd, somewhat terrifying reality where AI writes your cover letter, reads your cover letter, and somewhere in the middle, real humans are just hoping for the best. I'm Hayley, and joining me is Dan to explore what happens when the robots take over recruitment. Spoiler alert, it's already happened.
Right, let's start where we actually are. A recent survey found that over 45% of job seekers have used AI to write or improve their application materials. Meanwhile, around 65% of large companies now use AI-powered applicant tracking systems to screen CVs. So, we've got AI writing applications and AI reading them. It's like two chess computers playing each other whilst the humans watch nervously from the sidelines. We've created a circular system where everyone's speaking robot to each other, and the actual human skills and personality are getting lost in translation. The really mad bit? Some companies are now adding AI literacy as a desired skill. Sure, they want you to be good at using AI, but they also want to know you're not just using AI. Well, make your minds up. It's like they want us to be authentically artificial. Let me share some real scenarios.
I use ChatGPT for every application, tailored each one in about 5 minutes, got 3 times more interviews than when I spent hours crafting them myself. Eventually landed a job in marketing where, ironically, my first project was about authentic brand voice.
Then there's the flip side.
I spent 3 hours using AI to craft what I thought was the perfect cover letter for a tech startup. Got the interview. First question they asked, can you walk us through your thinking in the third paragraph where you mentioned our product roadmap challenges? Problem was, I hadn't written that bit. The AI had. I fumbled through an answer about something I didn't actually understand. The interviewer's face told me everything. Interview ended 10 minutes early.
And my personal favorite. A candidate applied to a tech startup with an AI-generated cover letter that included the phrase, "As a large language model, I cannot actually perform this role." Copy-paste error. They didn't get the interview, but they did become a legend on Reddit. This might sound dramatic, but hear me out. We're now in an AI recruitment arms race. Companies build AI to detect AI-written applications. Candidates use different AI tools to bypass those detectors. Companies upgrade their AI, candidates upgrade theirs. It's exhausting just thinking about it. Some organizations are responding by removing the cover letter entirely. They're asking for video submissions, work samples, or take-home projects instead. Others are going in the opposite direction, making the process even more AI-dependent, using automated video interviews where an AI analyzes your facial expressions and word choices. The irony? All of this technology was supposed to make hiring more efficient. Instead, companies are drowning in more applications than ever because it's so easy to apply. And candidates are getting fewer responses because the AI filters are ruthless. Everyone's working harder and getting worse results. I asked some hiring managers what they actually think when they suspect AI was used. Let's hear what they said.
Look, if someone's used AI to help structure their thoughts or polish their grammar, fine. That's just a modern tool. But if the cover letter reads like a corporate brochure wrote a love letter to our company values, and I can tell you've not changed a single word, that tells me you don't care enough to even read it back. Do I want to put you in charge of our company comms department?
I had an absolute classic recently. A guy had written a good cover letter and CV, but it had several fairly bad typos in it. I decided to video call him. It didn't go well. He was out of his depth and he knew it. At the end, I had to ask, I said there were quite a lot of spelling errors in your submission. You'll never believe what I heard back. He simply smiled, shrugged, and said, yeah, ChatGPT had made it too perfect. I didn't want you to think I'd used it, so I added some mistakes to keep it real. I was dumbfounded. In the end, I had to congratulate him for initiative.
So there we go. We're now adding mistakes into our work to conceal the automation. Humans, eh? Who'd have them? Right. The consensus seems to be use AI as a tool, not a replacement, which sounds reasonable, but that's nigh on impossible to police. How do you prove where the AI stopped and the human started? You can't. We're all just pretending there's a clear line whilst knowing full well there isn't one. Enough negativity. Before we throw in the towel and let the machines fully take over the universe, let's talk about how to actually navigate this mess effectively. Here's 5 ways we can make this work. First, if you're using AI for applications, and clearly 45% of us are, use it as a first draft generator, not a final draft publisher. Get it to structure your thoughts, suggest improvements, but then rewrite it in your actual voice. Read it aloud. If you wouldn't say it in a conversation, change it. Second, use AI for research, but don't take it as given. Use the links they provide to physically go to the page they sourced, then read around it yourself. You might find a fresh perspective AI hadn't considered. And more importantly, you may find some errors which, if uncorrected, give you some explaining to do when they raise why you're making bogus claims about their company. Third, and this is crucial, make sure your application materials match how you actually communicate. If your cover letter sounds like a TED Talk, but you write emails like a normal human, that disconnect will be glaringly obvious in person. Fourth, consider leading with the human element. Start your cover letter with a genuine anecdote, a specific observation, something that clearly came from you, not a machine. Hook them with authenticity before you get into the AI-polished professional stuff. Finally, if you're applying to companies that value creativity or communication skills, taking a risk with your format can cut through the noise. One candidate sent a mock-up product review of themselves. Another created a fake newspaper article about their first day on the job. These can backfire spectacularly. If you're applying for a job in the police force, writing your CV as a suspect interview report with accompanying mugshot, well, don't give up the day job. Let's look at the bigger picture for a moment. Those that say hiring has now become a game of optimization rather than connection are missing the point. It always was that game. Companies using the recommended recruitment approach would objectively score candidates across the person specification, meaning as long as you ticked the boxes, you'd likely secure an interview. Those who chose to be more maverick in their hiring style would be more subjective, looking for the right candidate to leap from the page, which meant candidates had to second-guess which strategy they'd be judged on, tick boxes or be authentic. Now AI is doing that scoring for them, and by and large, they will get it right. But what does the algorithm do when scores are broadly the same because their machine cousins did the work they're analyzing? The question you need to ask yourself, do you want to work for a company that uses AI to filter you out before a human ever sees your name? Because your answer to that should probably inform your application strategy. So, here's an idea. Put an honest disclaimer on the bottom of future cover letters. Be upfront about how you used AI. I used AI to undertake research on your company, but the words in this letter are 100% my own. Unless you're the guy who has no filter and admits to adding typos in to keep it real. If that's you, you might want to ignore that advice. See you next week.
Wow, I don't know about you, but after some of those stories, I'm ready for a drink. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? It seems to me AI has entered the recruitment building, and unlike Elvis, it's not leaving anytime soon. I'll see you Monday. Until then, stay curious, stay human, and make sure you didn't describe yourself as a large language model.